Greetings, fellow members of the Dartmouth class of 1970. I'm David Maselli, and I'm going to show you how to use the Class of 70 reunion book website. Our actual reunion may be more than a year away, but you should upload essays, pictures, and memories to our reunion book right now. New features on the website let you see today what your classmates have already posted and how to reach them. In the next few minutes, I will show you how to log onto the website, and once you've done that, how to review, correct, supplement information the college has about you, like addresses, phone numbers, kids, military service, graduate school, how to upload pictures, which will appear in the reunion book, how to upload an essay sharing what you've been doing for the last half century, what Dartmouth meant to you, and any assorted bits of wisdom. How to answer questions about favorite classes, teachers, memories, etc. I'll show you how to take the anonymous survey and how to leave remembrances of classmates who've passed on. Then I'll show you how you can find what your classmates have posted. Finally, I'll show you how you can view and download copies of the Green Book, Aegis, and the 25th Reunion Book, so you can see the march of time. Let's start with finding the site. Now, if you see here, it's dartmouth70.org. Just type it in and you get it. The first thing you do is you go over to this blue button that says Login. You press Login. Now, a lot of people have had trouble here with something called NetID. The college gave us NetIDs decades ago, and if you've forgotten them, it's very easy to find it. You look up your NetID. All you do is type your name in. Lo and behold, you show up, click on it, click Use this NetID. Then it's going to ask you for your password. If you don't remember your password, just click on Forgot Your Password, and there's a routine you go through. I think I remembered mine, so I'm going to go back through, look up my NetID again. Click on this, and let's hope that this has worked and that I remember. Oops. Let's try it again. Now, you'll see here it says login is successful. So what you do next is you go here to where it says update your profile. Click on this. You're going to see a whole bunch of tabs here. The first tab is personal. It's going to ask you, it's going to have information about where you live, if you're still working, where you've worked, a place where you can talk about your career and so on. What you did with education, military service. If you make changes to that, click Save. If not, go to Family. Family is going to have information about spouses, children, Dartmouth alumni relatives. Then we get to Photos. Now, in Photos, you have the ability to upload, I think, an endless number of photos. I generally tell people that the best place to put photos is in other current photos. So you click Choose File. It's going to ask you where you want to find these files. I have a photo here that I'm going to try to click on. I will upload the photo. And something that's very important, because you may remember who all these people are, but we don't, is that after you've uploaded the photo, you're going to be offered the opportunity to put a caption in. So my system is being a little cranky right now. It is now uploaded the photo, and you see here it says add edit caption. This happens to be something from a strike. Some sort of curly-headed guy speaking to a crowd. You can add as many photos as you want. You can add them as often as you want. When you're done with the photo section, there's a section called groups. Now the college has a pretty good idea of who you are and what you did. It's got fraternities, sports, organizations. But if they've missed something, or if they've got something wrong, I must have not done much. All you have to do is click on it and then save it. And when you're done with that, you go to essay. Now, this is really the meat of the matter. You've got 500 words or more. You can talk about whatever you want. Your memories of the college, what you've done since then, lessons you've learned, words of wisdom, etc. You could type it all in. I tell people the best way to do it is to do it in a word processor and then save it. And there we are. And now we have saved my essay. And in a little bit I'm going to tell you how you can see everyone's essay right now. Questions? We have some interesting questions. Memorable moments at Dartmouth, who you lived with your senior year, if you could change your major, favorite place to study, memorable moments post Dartmouth, and what do you do now? Once again, you just write it in, you save it, and you go from there. The next section is called remembrances. And if you click here, you're going to see an alphabetical list of all of the classmates who passed on. And you have the ability to just click on a name and write whatever you want to about that person. These will all be collected. They'll be alphabetically where the classmate would have been. We don't have one section for living classmates and one for those who've passed on. Once you've done those things, and I want to tell you that the next thing, and I'm going to show you in just a minute, sorry about that, I go back to home and it asks me to complete the anonymous survey. This is a fairly long and detailed survey, and you go through it item by item by item. It goes through several pages. I think we've got 7 pages, and lots of questions. And by the way, you can come back to it again and again, and it will save what you've done. But when you are finally finished with it, when you're finally done with it, and you click send, then you don't get a chance to go and do it again. Now, there are some very interesting questions here. Health, how you feel, etc., what you would have done about Dartmouth, etc., and so on. The fact is that no one, and that includes me, can get the individual answers. What they can do, and what will happen, is that these will all be, this is the submit button. When you are finally finished, hit submit, and then you'll never again be able to get back into here. There are a couple of other interesting features in the web page that are new. The most important one is this one called Yearbook Explorer. When you go into that, it's going to show you who's recently been on the reunion book. So like right here, there's me, my information, and there's what I just posted. Here's someone else. You can, in fact, go and check on anyone you're interested in. This is a list of everyone who's already submitted essays. Here's a list of everyone who has photos. You can also select a classmate. Write in the last few words of their name, last few letters of their name, print it, click, and there you have someone else. So these are all in this system. That means that you don't have to wait a year to find out what your classmates have said. You don't have to wait a year to find out where they are or how you can reach them. You can get this all today. Now, there are a couple of other little features I want to show you that I think are interesting. We have put the entire Green Book, the 70 Aegis, and the 25th Reunion Book online. So if you click one of these, and it depends a little bit on how fast your download is, it may take a moment or two, but you can get the Green Book. You can see what we all looked like in 1965 or 1966. You can see some of the strange things we wrote about women's colleges, which probably should be burned. You can also download this if you want. And you can do the same with the 70 Aegis. So we'll see what we looked like our senior year, and the 25th Reunion Book. These are all features that you might or might not want to use. But if you're interested in strolling down memory lane, they're useful. I'm going to get out of that for a moment. One of the things I want to make very clear is that except for the anonymous survey, once you've submitted it, you can keep coming back to this book again and again. You can add information if you find more pictures, and God knows we would like pictures. You can upload them. You can come back to see what your classmates have put in. A couple of other little features on this. We have what's called an alumni locator. You can search for people who live near you. This is 25 miles from Arlington, Virginia. It's also useful if you somehow find yourself traveling, and I'm hoping that someday we will be traveling again, and you can just type in the name of a city. Oops, it doesn't like, oh, that's because I should have said, there, that may work better. If you do the city, you have to say when and where. So here are people living near downtown Los Angeles, similarly. We also have the ability to go to our class website. That's actually 1970.dartmouth.org. And you'll see our class website, which is kept by Gary Miller, our intrepid webmaster. And from here you can also go on to the Facebook page, the Facebook group, and so on. As I say, we've tried to design this so that this is a resource to use now, and it's also a way for you to communicate with your classmates, let them know what you've been doing, where you are now, and the like. I was going to tell you that if you need more information, if you need help, you can type on contact report, and this will go to our web people, a group called Reunion Tech, and they'll get it off to us. If your still doesn't work, you can always email me at david.maselli, that's Maselli, @gmail.com. If you've forgotten who I am, don't worry. Some mornings I get up, don't remember who I am either. I hope this has been helpful, and like I say, I really hope that as many of you as possible will make use of this resource. We've got a whole year, and we should try to exchange as much information as possible. Thank you all very much.